So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Jupiter and Sun conjunction in the ninth house of an astrological chart, your birth chart, your horoscope. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and a link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I have now KRS podcast, where I'm actually going to be making a video on Rahu remedy. Very easy and simple, I think on Friday. So, Jupiter and Sun in the ninth house. So first of all, ninth house represents father, counselors, mentors, advisors, higher wisdom, higher philosophy, knowledge. It is the belief in God. Okay. It is the house of pilgrimage, long distance travels. And it's also naturally the house of fortune. And fortune can be defined in many ways. One of the biggest fortunes in life is the fortune of wisdom, fortune of God realization. That's the biggest fortune, But yes, it does represent, fortune coming in life and how much fortune is gifted to a person. So now you're putting Jupiter and Sun here in the ninth house. And Sun is the soul, the power, the powerhouse, the generator, is the authority, the government. And then Jupiter is naturally the significator of the ninth house, because Jupiter is wisdom. Everything that I said about the ninth house, Jupiter represents that. So what are they both doing in the ninth house? In the modern terms, this is actually a very powerful position for a person to go for management related education, being in management position, executives. You find that such people attain and are lucky enough to attain advice from gurus, father. Father may give the right advice to excel in life. Now, there could be two types of father. One father is a priest who gives the advice to their son and daughter that, hey, do this, this, and this, and you can accomplish this. Then you have, let's say, a father who's like a mafia boss, who's, let's say, in criminal world, and gives the wisdom to their children that, hey, don't fall in my path. And if you're going to deal with the world this way. And both of them will meet at one point, and one will argue that my wisdom is correct. The other one will argue my wisdom is correct. And what a human being needs to realize, that everything is correct. In your world, you are correct. Your beliefs are correct. Whether it's your political beliefs, personal beliefs, you will justify that with your wisdom. I, on the other hand, will have one type of belief system. I'll justify with my own self. And only a yogi will truly be the one standing in the middle. Like, he's not right, she's not wrong, vice versa. They just realize what the world is and the Maya is. Sometimes the bad has to progress in order to improve the good. And such people usually find a guru or a father-like figure in their life, especially around the age of 24 or 33, followed by 36 or 42. In these particular ages, these people will attain a spiritual teacher or a guru in their life. And the other thing we also see is that this position and the position after this one of Jupiter and Saturn, they are excellent at negotiations, excellent at duplicity, meaning they can be excellent in politics. They know how to deal with politics. As much as they hate a certain policy, certain bill, certain people, they will never show that. And they will know, how do I get my agenda done by actually being a liberal negotiator with you. So such people actually make the most excellent executives and managers. Now, one thing that these people will deal with is either their elder sibling will have a lot of confidence issue, ego issue, or simply they will not get along with their elder sibling. At the same time, this person will not be able to take orders from other people. Whether it's bosses, government, doesn't matter. After, especially 25th year, they will not be able to just take orders from people. They are extremely independent people. Because you're putting a king and the highest of advisor together in a person's karmic path. So they're going to believe that they are the king, they are the advisor. And imagine if you go up to a king and order the king around. Unless it's Sri Ram or something, they'll be like, of course, I will do this. But if it's like Ashoka or something, they will just cut your head off with a sword. How dare you order me around? So this is something, and then again, that particular wisdom where this individual understands that perhaps me taking order is wise for me, that all depends on the quality of Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter and Sun. Then we go into the quality of the sign, we go into the quality of the nakshatra and the aspects. And even then, only after a certain age, will this person be able to correct themselves? Because again, this is the highest form of life and wisdom, Sun and Jupiter. And if you look at it, they kind of even think of Jupiter as the sun that just never developed into a bright sun. But Jupiter is the protector of the solar system, especially of Earth. And without sun, there's no life. So these two planets have the most say versus Saturn and Mars, because Saturn is service, Mars is action. How are you going to perform your service and action when you can't even live on the Earth, when you can't even survive in the universe? So this is why one of these two planets are extremely powerful in order to go towards anything else. And one thing you will also see is that this person benefits from the mother a lot. They actually find wealth through the mother, wealth through home. But you will see that this person will go to a faraway place to attain their education by advice of the father. Father will tell them, go here, go far, attain your education. Because this person will always look for the advice of the father. And if, let's say, the relationship father is bad, they may not reject the father, they will always look for approval of the father. Maybe perhaps when they're 40 or something, they'll be saying, I did everything for you so I can get your approval. Kind of like this could be a same situation. It's actually a perfect example would be Faramir in Lord of the Rings. How Boromir always got the attention of the father, Faramir never did until the very last 10 seconds. Okay, and he always just tried to follow the father's advice and do everything the father said, even the father didn't like him. So they will always try to look for that approval. Now, of course, you have other planets involved like Saturn and Mars. I mean, this person will turn on to their father, even physically. So all those details have to be then looked at with the sign and nakshatra placement. And usually they make great lawyers, especially if the chart is indicating that this person should follow law. Especially if you have this particular placement in Bharani Nakshatra. I've seen a lot of lawyers with this position. So you see, just by seeing the nakshatra and the planet, you can assess the person's dharmic path. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Jupiter and Saturn in the 9th house. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. And if you want to know everything about your chart, all my consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.